So I'm down by the river today, and you've got Liverpool in the distance over there. You can see the cathedral and Radio City Tower, and you might just be able to make out the live building, but it's quite difficult to see with the sort of haze of the river. But it's roughly around there. You might be able to take it up to that building just there. So I'm down here, I've got a little hunt around, a bit of an eyes only walk across the beach, and in the distance there you can see sort of lots of big bits of wood and metal just littering the beach. And this was basically Brunels Great Eastern was demolished here and sort of taken to pieces here and scrapped here, and it would have sat just on the beach all across here, because it was, at the time it was built, it was the largest ship in the world. It wasn't a very successful ship. It had a few voyages out of Liverpool and a few other docks, but never really paid for itself, to be honest, because it was such a large ship. It was a real expense. A lot of the backers, I think, pulled out and took a lot of convincing, and it was a bit of a flop, really, for such a great, vast ship, and was quite ahead of its time. It failed quite miserably, to be honest, and was a big flop, really. And I think it was 1889, possibly, either 1889 or 1890. I think it was 1889. It was brought here to basically be taken to pieces for scrap and the goods to be sold on, to try and recoup some of the money from the great expense of building it. It was demolished here. It took them several years, I think, to basically take all the pieces out. You can still find bits of iron, which in the hull sort of littering, and also a few of the bits ended up in some of the local buildings, especially one of the local pubs. The actual bar in the pub used to be a huge, great big wooden block that had come from somewhere on the ship. I don't know if it was part of the masts or part of the hull or part of just the design somewhere on the ship, but basically it ended up in a local pub, and quite recently, around sort of 2004-05, the landlord of the pub found out that his bar basically was from the Great Eastern, and he stripped it out and sold it amongst some other bits that came out of the pub, and basically just tried to profit from what was in the pub. Lots of the locals found out and weren't very happy about this, because it was such a sort of historic piece, and I don't think anyone really knows where it ended up either, but the landlord made quite a bit of money from selling it, and then soon after, the pub, which is a shame again, has been knocked down now, and it's now houses built in its place. But it's such a shame when something that historical ends up disappearing and you don't sort of find out about it, and that's why I'm always quite an advocate of fines liaison officers and showing things to museums and portable antiquity scheme. It's to make sure that any unique pieces and pieces of history do end up in the right hands and do end up getting shown to the public and people know about, and they're protected as well. So that's a little story about the Great Eastern and how it was dismantled on this beach, and you can still find bits of it dotted around here today, although most of it has rusted away. Just another little story about when they were dismantling it, they actually found two bodies within the hull who they believed had been sealed in on accident while they were making repairs, and while they were building the hull they'd ended up getting welded within the bows of the ship, and they only found these skeletons basically once the ship was being dismantled.